Hi, I'm Arran, and today I am going to be reviewing the nearly said the yellow, the Blue Ranger Ninjetti figure, otherwise known as Billy Cranston. Now, I've said this in all my Ninjetti reviews so far. I'm going to say this before I start the table rolling. Hasbro called them Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Ninja figures, which annoys me because they're the Ninjetti figures, not ninja figures. That really does annoy me. It shouldn't, but it does. But then I am a bit kind of anal over certain things with Power Rangers, as a lot of you guys will know over my years of doing reviews, because I think the Arran show is probably been going 15, possibly 16 years now. I'll have to check that. I'm not actually sure. But anyway, onto the review. Turn the table on and give you a go around on the turntable. So on the front of the box you see in the window Billy Cranston as the Ninjetti blue figure, which again looks absolutely fantastic. Love it. Side of the box you see part of his head and the Ninjetti clothing, and you see the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger logo as well. On there, and now on the back you see the figure, but on the effects piece on the back looks blue, but it's not actually blue. It's still that kind of iridescent colour on the actual effects piece, which you will see when I get it out. And on this side of the box you get, again, another good look at the helmet, and one of my favourite things about these figures is just the style of them. They're quite unusual. Well, for Power Rangers they're unusual. Now, towards the end of the review I'm going to give you my thoughts on something else that Hasbro have been doing. Still to do with Power Rangers, but it's a crossover with a certain thing, which I don't like. But yeah, as I said, you can see Billy in the front window, looks absolutely fantastic. So let's get him out of the box and have a look, shall we? So here you see Billy Cranston out of the box. Again, he looks fantastic. You can see the power coin on the chest. The head sculpt looks amazing, where he's kind of masked up with the headpiece. And one of my favourite things about Billy was in the movie, in the 1995 movie, there's actually a comical bit. Well, there's a few with Billy, but one I remember vividly because every time I watch it makes me laugh. So Adam's getting attacked by these, I don't know if they have a specific name, but I'm going to call them rock monsters. And Billy sees that Adam's getting a decking, or a beating I should say. And Billy kind of pulls down this, it kind of looks like a branch from a tree, some kind of moss thing, but he pulls it down low enough to where Adam can grab hold of one end, and the rock monster goes to slice Adam, but where Adam's gone up, he slices the other rock monster and slices him basically in two. And when Billy finally hits the ground, he says, "Talk about a splitting headache." And that always makes me laugh. Anyway, onto the figure. So, yeah, as I was saying, the head sculpt looks amazing. So I'll give you a turn around again of him now out of the box. So, design of the suit, the diamonds on the gloves. I like the gold ring around the outfit as well. Pinless body looks amazing. And just the whole design, even the boots are amazing. And one thing I spotted earlier was they all have a white belt apart from Tommy. Tommy has a black belt around his waist. Now there's two possible reasons for that. One, he could have a black belt because he's the leader. And two, the more likely reason is having a white belt and a white figure, you wouldn't see it. So I think that's more than likely the reason, but yeah. Seeing this figure in person is amazing. Love the head sculpt, love the entire suit itself, specifically the creases, so it looks as though they've been moving in them. And also the male figures can also do the splits. But yeah, absolutely love him, and I'll let it circle round again so you can see the power coin on his chest, which is actually the wolf, which I actually have screencasts of the original movie chest coins that I got from Hench and Vault, and his was screencasts, and I actually have them. I bought some from him, which I absolutely love, which I will show you in another video. But yeah, as you can see, he's got the wolf chest going on his chest there. Could have been a better gold, in my opinion, on this power coin on the chest, but can't complain really because it's such a great figure. And these do also have which I forgot to say in the other reviews, have the holes in the feet for the stands. I found some stands actually which are really good, which I'll put the link in the description below. But yeah, phenomenal figure. Love the overall design of all these figures, but I've not done yet. I do have others to review. So before we move on to the accessories, I want to show you the figure with the Billy Cranston civilian head on, which again, the head looks absolutely amazing. And for the movie, actually, they've nailed the kind of hairstyle, because his hair is slightly different colour in the movie than what it is in the actual show itself, and it's longer. And also, you may notice that on this figure, he doesn't have his glasses, because in season 2 and season 3 of Mighty Morphin, he never wore his glasses, which he was quite pleased about. But yeah, civilian head is fantastic. Looks just like David Yost, who is a great guy, absolutely great guy. I had the opportunity to talk to him at PMC, and we spent, I think it was about 10 minutes talking. We held up the queue at PMC just talking, and he also told me about his clothing line, which is ironically named after one of his kind of catchphrases in Power Rangers, which is affirmative, which he was telling me about. But yeah, figure looks absolutely amazing, love it. Just that whole detail. Again, I'll give you a quick turnaround if I can find the on switch. But again, it's absolutely amazing, love him. I would definitely go ahead and buy these Ninjetti figures, or if you're a big David Yost fan, buy this figure. And also, you may or may not struggle to get these now because they have been out a year. But just looks fantastic. And actually, one of the things I will say with these as well is they are, unless you're doing an extravagant pose, I don't think you really need a stand, because they are quite stable. But if you're doing a certain type of pose, then obviously you will need a stand. But yeah, he looks absolutely fantastic. And one thing I've just noticed actually is from the little kind of headscarf, bandana sort of thing, at the back where it's kind of tied up, it's actually shorter than the rest of them. Now, I don't know if that was intentional, but It's just one thing I just noticed just by looking at him. But yes, love him, and let's move on to the accessories. So these are the accessories for the Ninjetti Blue Ranger, aka Billy Cranston. And I think I've said this in every review so far. Accessories are amazing. Love it. So this is the effects piece, and kind of this pearlescent, kind of almost translucent effect, and they're all slightly different effects pieces for the figures. Now, I've said this in all the reviews as well, they never did this kind of attack with this kind of effects on the movie or in the TV show, but specifically on the movie because the Ninjetti Rangers are from the movie. But yeah, great effects piece. Oh yeah, by the way, the Power Ranger movie, the 1995 Power Ranger movie, is 26 years old now, be 27 next year, believe it or not. Anyway, so this is probably a bit older, hang on a minute. This is Billy's civilian head, aka Toby Ghost, who we've actually seen recently in the 30th anniversary special, which by the way I think is absolutely amazing, the special. He's got this kind of little headscarf on like they do in the movie and the TV show, and I think it actually looks like him. Maybe the hair could be slightly different to what it is, but I do actually think it looks like him. In fact, I would say, apart from the remastered Mighty Morphin figures, I would say this is probably one of the best Toby Ghost's head we've had. And here's the little tassel bit from the back of the head piece, or head scarf, which again is a perfect match to the blue of the actual figure, which you'll see soon enough. And now I will go on to the other head. Now there's two parts to this head. This is the masked up head of Toby Ghost. And again, the eyes are absolutely fantastic because you can really only see the eyes and the top of the nose in this, and a little bit of the hair. But again, I think this looks just like Toby Ghost. Absolutely fantastic. Colour matches up perfectly to the actual suit of the figure and the suit on the show and the movie, because I think I love the way they thought of the idea of these suits, I really do. In fact, I don't know when, but I might be getting myself a White Ranger Ninjetti version of the movie suit. Don't know when though. So this is kind of the neck scarf for the masked up head. And I'll tell you what this does. This actually hides the ball joint, or ball joint and the neck joint actually. Otherwise, if you didn't have this on show, you'd just have, pardon my French, an ugly ass neck joint on show. This is what that one's for. Again, love it, love the design of it. And it looks a little bit like, if you look at the curves on these, on the front and the back actually, reminds me a little bit of the dragon shield, but that's just me. And now, onto the hands, which actually, I'm only going to show you one, because, oh no, I will show you both, because this one is almost like a karate chop, but if I turn it that way, you can see that the kind of fingers are bent a little bit. But it is a perfect colour. So yeah, you could do that. Oh, and by the way, I don't think these figures are available anymore. Well, definitely not on Hasbro Pulse's website. Because these have been out for probably a year now, maybe a little bit more, or a little bit less, I'm not sure. But I know on Hasbro Pulse's website, they're all sold out now, but you might still be able to get them in other places. I know this is the other hand, which is actually a straight karate chop hand, which looks great. And normally, as you guys know, I hate karate chop hands because they tend to come with every single figure. Even if they're not the Ninjetti figures. But with the Ninjetti figures, I don't mind because they're kind of ninjas. So it kind of works for them. So yeah, here's the accessories for Billy. All in all, they look great. Again, highly recommend the Ninjetti figures if you can find them, because as I said, they've been out for about a year now, so it will be hard, but if you're going to find them anyway, you're more likely to find them at conventions or toy fairs, which is probably likely more conventions, but I don't know. Anyway, that's it for the accessories. I love them.